Well, I think public relations is fundamental to a democratic society. If you stop and think about it, step back from your day-to-day experience, you stop and think about it, a democratic society is one in which people make decisions in the workplace, in the marketplace, in the voting booth. They are free to make those decisions, and they have those choices. And hopefully they make responsible decisions. In a society where you have no choices, you have no need for any public relations. You do today need it in a democratic society because the people do have choices, because people can make decisions, aye, yes, or no, or to leave a product alone, or to protest if they feel strongly about something, the action of a corporation. But in all of that, public relations is indigenous to that democracy, because people need to be informed, they need to make intelligent choices, and public relations is a broker of that kind of information. One of my favorite lectures that I ever read was done by a very famous historian called I think Alvin Nevins. He was a historian of great stature, and he did a lecture once on the Constitution makers and the public. And his position was that the first public relations people that we had in the United States was in the Revolutionary days, and their names were Alexander Hamilton and James Madison, because they helped to write the Constitution, but even more than that, they got it accepted. And that was no easy task in a time when communications was not simple and not quick and easy as it is today, when word had to travel, literally by a piece of paper overland. And so they were the architects of the acceptance of the American Constitution, which of course is fundamental to our society. As a matter of fact, the Institute for Public Relations has named its annual award the Alexander Hamilton Award, because they see him as the genius and forerunner of public relations. So that the other personal experience that I'd like to cite was in 1973, when I was president of the Public Relations Society of America. I went to an international conference in Geneva, Switzerland, and many professionals were gathered there from all over the world. But they all came from democratic countries, except for two men who were there from USSR. We were shocked that they had come. They had never come to a public relations meeting before that we knew of. They kept to themselves. They were observing, very carefully observing and listening. But I said to my husband at the time and to some of my colleagues, if they are here, it is a sign that Russia, the USSR, is looking at becoming a market economy, a more democratic society. Now that's 73. We still had to go through the Cold War. We still had to go through all the agony with, USSR and the United States as the two superpowers and so forth. But eventually it came to pass. And today, Russia, as it's trying to turn itself into a democratic society and a market economy, is utilizing public relations because its people are having to make choices. So that was, to me, that was epitomized what function public relations had vis-a-vis governments.